Bora, amigos, vamos continuar Horizon. Eu acho que acabamos, eventualmente. Temos que ir ter com a Tilda.
What was all this for? Some kind of survival bunker? What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Para, o que é que tinha
Don't
morrido?
be
Era o
so
Vardo.
quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art,
Oh, não me lembrava.
or the insight we might gain.
Examinar a obra de arte. Sim, já o examinei. Era esta?
Stunning, isn't it?
É isto.
Paintings were the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Van Vianen's lidded ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Van Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial.
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow. A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you,
Bueno, vamos ver tudo,
with
né?
infinite resources, care about this painting of...
Aquilo. Sério. Tanta luz.
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse
Será que
didn't
eu vou ter
fool
que
us,
falar com ela?
and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
After everything your people have done, you think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
A roupa dela é gira.
You shot off into space with them. And lived with them for 1,000 years
Era o escudo
before
dela.
coming back. So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen.
Incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life.
Olha nos.
1,000 years at my back, and I haven't even come close.
O rosto.
I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. with her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so. Please, sit down.
Não sei se podemos confiar nela ainda.
There. That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere, remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
Silence.
He's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Regala and her rebels.
Even now, she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
Mas meia hora aqui
You
a
said
falar.
Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
O de morning.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes, though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
Well, she felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Bem, este lugar.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm, a safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Bem, este lugar já está.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits.
Barulho tipo estranho no meu
In
ouvido
this
esquerdo.
case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation.
Caralho.
A passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Ok.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
Ok.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his
Aquelas de vez em
focus?
quando falam de baixo.
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus. By tapping them, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regala to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regala's only interested in killing Hikaru and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zenith?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hikaru.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tanakh are cut down outside. My old focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
So you knew.
Ainda tinha ali mais uma
Elizabeth.
coisa.
What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning, a touchy subject in those days, because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step, an AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the
Faz uma
right moment.
cesta.
The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling. So you know all about me, What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First, from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
Faltam menos de 4 horas, Dark, já está quase.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Pharaoh's machines were devouring the earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were, certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying, a pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now, finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Far Zenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
First Varl. Now Hikaru and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
Ela diverte-se.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tenakth survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it.
Joana.
What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Credo.
Beta, can you hear me?
You're alive. They're watching me. I can't hold up this extra projection for long. You should have killed me.
No. No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise, okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Segredos a esta hora.
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Silent's army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Silent's only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Wait.
A Joana diverte Stark.
Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenakt.
É isso.
The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring silence to the table.
Not if. When. Erend, are you there?
Aloy! Aloy, is that really you?
Yeah, it's me. Where's everyone else?
We're all... we're back at base.
Será que eu tenho
What
coisas para
happened?
apanhar aqui?
It might be easier to explain in person. I'll try to join you there when I can.
Okay, we'll wait here for you. It's good to hear your voice, Aloy.
Parece que eu já estive aqui no início do jogo. Tem uma coisa. Cyber-ataque do grupo de extrema-direita anti-imigração Europa pura corrompeu o código que controla as barreiras contra tempestades, abrindo-as completamente durante um enorme ciclone. Ai, não me apetece ler estes todos. Ai, tem ali uma flora. O que eu venho aqui fazer? Nada.
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
Bem, eu depois faço isto, eu vou-me embora. Vamos esperar aqui. Vamos ter que falar com os meninos. Como é que eu saio daqui? Posso usar o coisa rápido para sair daqui? Ou posso? Bom. Às vezes eles não deixam, quando estamos dentro de sítios eles não deixam usar. O Varley não vai estar aqui. Amigos.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey! Can't I get one damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regala is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Kutalo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regala's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So...
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith, Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them. They took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first... we're going to stop Regala.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me... a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regala's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I... need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Bem, acho que seguimos para a missão
Before
principal,
I do
né,
anything
amigos?
else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
Será que falo com eles agora?
It's all...
You look busy.
My studies are a good distraction. Especially after Cauldron Gemini. Varl, Beta, Gaia... gone. And that's just the beginning. The Zeniths want to rob us of our future, too.
We won't let that happen.
Amigos, não me apetece. Eu vou só
Tilda,
perguntar
the
isto.
Zenith that Beta mentioned, she was the one who rescued me.
Did she say why?
She knew Elizabeth Sobek. Seems to think
Almoço.
helping me is honoring her in some way. She was willing to share information on both Silence's plans and the other Zeniths.
But you still don't trust her. Where I come from, the more valuable the knowledge shared, the higher the price extracted. I'd be careful if I were you, Aloy.
Pronto, eu vou falar com a Zoe.
I should get going. Be ready to go on my signal, okay?
I won't let you down.
I know. And I haven't forgotten about the data on Leviathan. I'll let you know when I make it back to landfall.
Olha, já
Thank
me tinha
you,
esquecido.
Aloy.
Até tinha ali uma coisa para falar com ela sobre isso. Ajuda.
Oh, skin's cracking from the cold.
Não acredito que o Varl morreu.
Over here, Aloy.
Nós começamos o jogo com ele ao nosso lado.
We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plain Song and further east to the Nora sacred lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Bala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Bala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower. Gathered its seeds. As verdant limbs wither, roots rot in snow, still the seed rises, as certain as stone. From death follows new life. So it is with the land. And so it is with us. I'm with child, Aloy.
Oh!
I was going to tell him when he got back from Gemini.
Oh, não sabia. Bem, ao menos.
Instead, one day, I'll bring our child here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise.
Oh.
I never got to tell him. To thank him. For saving my life, sure, but also for not giving up on me.
He always knew.
Ela está bem assim. I'm with child Aloy. Marotos, marotos. Ele não sabia pelos
Goodbye,
vistos,
Varl.
portanto.
I promise to look after them.
Mesmo. Tipo, já é triste perder alguém.
Try to visit again. when I can. But for now, I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my spear. Then I'll use it on a sunwing and get ready for an entrance Regala will never forget.
O que ela precisa? Não podia ter tipo, feito isso antes de falar com ela. Agora vou ter que entrar aqui outra vez. Estava a dizer, já é triste perder alguém, principalmente tipo quando é a mulher a perder, ainda por cima está grávida e depois tem tipo as complicações todas da gravidez e o cuidar do bebê sozinha. Mas eu estive aqui. O que é que eu preciso? Eu vou converter uma. Ok. Posso converter um passarinho e agora já posso voar.
Now to find a sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain.
Onde é que eu estou aí? Para aqui. Pensei que eu estava a ver. Tipo, saía por
I need to find a
aqui.
sunwing to override.
Eu nunca tinha
Better head
visto
up the
aquilo.
mountain.
O que é que eu estou aqui a fazer? Olá, amiga, estás
I
boa?
see you, champion. Sit. I was scouting northwest of here, near the village of Saltbite. There's a place there where the ground is made of metal. Don't know what it means, but it can't be good. Be wary.
Appreciate the warning.
É outro caldeirão.
Safe travels, champion.
And where there's a cauldron, there's machine overrides.
Não sei se alguma vez matei um pássaro destes. Olha, aquele está bugado.
Good. There are sunwings up here. I'll have to approach them quietly.
Por que é que estás bugado, amigo? Eu acho que nunca feito uma máquina destas. Bem, ele continua ali, feito parvo.
Its wings look like they can catch the sunlight. Probably a fast flyer, too.
Ia carregar no rato, ia bater nela.
Got it.
Então e agora, posso voar?
Whoa.
This is it. I'm in the air.
Não tem premido. Ai meu Deus. Ela está a ir para baixo. Como é que eu vou para baixo? Ai, isto tem as coisas invertidas. Se eu carregar no W para a frente, ele vai para
I'm in
baixo.
the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines you refer to as Tolmecs. There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it. Race? Well, they definitely
Quando
don't
fizemos
sound like
aquelas
rebels.
corridas, amigos.
Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed. I can probably use my focus to follow the tracks those riders left behind.
Tá bem, eu já faço isso. Agora não me apetece. Vou até ao pescoçudo.
There's a tall neck. Need to get on top of its head.
Para desacelerar e sublevar no mesmo sítio, pressiona para subir, para descer. Vira.
Now, how to land this thing.
Sim. Mas não digas que ela vai saltar daqui. Será que eu tenho que ir tipo para ele? Ah, eu tenho que ir para ele. Tá. Ai, tenho que gotar, ver que tinha que andar aqui a carregar nas teclas, não acertava no boneco. Será que agora eu consigo converter os outros? Tipo, da mesma maneira que vou converter este. Tá bom.
Okay, Tilda, I've overridden the tall neck.
Ok, só me falta mais um. Que é... Ele já está... Onde é que ele está? Já está para aqui para cima. Ou para aqui para o meio. Bem, não interessa.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed.
Então e agora,
Simply
quando
pick
eu
one up
chamar
on
ele
the
vem ter
Horus.
comigo?
The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
F para chamar. Se tiveres uma montada voadora. Ai, amigo. Ai, mas há bocado, quando eu precisei de ajuda para chamar o cavalo, eles não me ajudaram.
Whoa!
Ai, que susto!
Get used to that.
Credo, parecia que ele me ia matar. Obrigada pela raid, my friend. Estiveste a fazer stream tão cedo. Bom dia. Joana, se estiveres aí, podes dar um SO, faz favor. Espero que a tua stream tenha corrido bem. Bem-vindos. Ora, portanto, o que é que nós temos que fazer? Obrigada, bom almoço a quem for almoçar entretanto. Ele anda mais rápido. Ai meu Deus, que menos espaço sem querer. Ai, não preciso carregar aqui pelo bar, ok. Vou eu, até logo. Obrigada, my friend. Obrigada pela raid e bom almoço. Obrigado. Se ela não ter esse... Ok. Obrigada. Ele vai mais rápido. Será que ele fica cansado?
Regala's rebels. Reinforcements, maybe. Heading for the grove.
Não
I
vi
hope
nada ainda, amiga.
Carwin's Noct can hold out a little longer.
Ah, já vi. Se eles me virem, vão começar a disparar para mim.
Earn your mark today! It's that Nora warrior!
Ai meu Deus, vou! Ai!
Look! She's flying!
Sim, olha, eles estão a vir para vocês, não sei se estão a ver.
There's the energy cell. Right on the Titan's back.
Espera, isto era uma máquina mesmo? Amiga, pode ir para cima dele, faz favor. Para! Meu Deus, isto é tão difícil de controlar. Como é que eu saio?
Got the cell. Now on to the grove. The pulse from the tall neck should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any Horus I fly to. Could be useful, even after I deal with Regala.
Quão alto é que ele consegue voar? Será que ele fica convertido para sempre? Se mudar entretanto não, mas... Precisava fazer ovos mexidos. Oh, obrigada!
Here we go.
Isto mudou assim tão de repente. Como é que eles já cá estão? Não, santo, não.
Orgala's inside. Hikara will soon be dead. It's all over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now. Here it goes.
Drop it. Vou mostrar do outro. E agora?
Is that... It's Aloy!
She flies on the wings of the 10.
The tide has turned! Push through!
End of the line, Hikara. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
What? How's that possible?
Regala!
Parece fácil conduzir aquilo.
Enough bloodshed! Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're atop a machine.
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine.
Não gostei.
I accept your challenge.
Eu não tenho nada a ver com isto.
And once I'm done with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
Mesmo. Pegar ali num pássaro. Ai! Oh, cabrão! Ah, pera, é ela. Vou ter que fightar com ela com esta arma. Eu nunca fightei. Ah, não. Já falei. Ai, querida, estás um bocado nervosa. Olha, podes parar.
I will not be conquered!
Ai! Ai! Ai, enganei-me na tecla. Ai, enganei-me na tecla outra vez. Isso só lhe dá 10 na cabeça.
Much better.
Eu não sei o que é que a coisa dela tira. Eu sei que o meu não dá damage nenhum. Olha, eu não cabeça agora. Ai, estás a magoar! Onde é que eu lhe tirei 55? Estás-me a chatear.
Damn, need more.
Oh, pera, pausa. Ai. Agora isto tira mais. Espera, posso ver as coisas dela?
I am the lightning and the fury! You can't...
Ai!
Do you have any words?
Ai, vou morrer, eu não tenho vida.
I will not be conquered!
Para quieta! Ela vai me matar, tipo...
You're not hunting turkeys now!
Não meti vida, vou morrer. Pausa para beber. Posso... Morri. Estou a fightar a luta de outras pessoas, não estou a perceber.
Alright, so that's how it's gonna be.
Espera, vamos. Ai, não tenho vida! Vou beber. Ai! Eu não tenho nada tipo de jeito para matar. Se não lhe acertar, ainda pior. Preciso de vida. Não dá vida. Ai, que vai foder. Ai, chata, deixa-me! Ai, não tenho outra arma.
I hope to fight a legend. You're nothing but a tale for children.
Chega lá.
This is where it ends.
Espera, amiga.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, espera, não tenho balas. Espera, espera, espera. Foi outra pressão grande. Au. Não tenho curas. Ora, quero esta. Bebe.
Keep me in the fight.
Agora bebi duas. Ah, espera, mas quantas mais eu beber? Bem. Então espera aí, deixa-me ver aqui uma coisa. Oh, amiga, um segundo. Se eu quiser equipar aquela que lança fogo. Esta aqui é melhor. Equipar... eu acho que não vou usar isto para prendê-la. Portanto... posso tentar acertar-lhe com isto.
You're no challenge. I once slew 3 behemoths.
5. Oh, man, ela não tem mais força. Vou deixar mais tempo. Ok.
This is no way to fight.
Ai! Ai, para! Não quero! Nunca vai dar contigo!
I'll take this.
Não, não, não! Olha o que eu vou fazer. O que é que ela fez? Não tenho opções, tenho esta aqui e vou ter.
You bring nothing but shame to your tribe.
Vai, amiga, preciso fabricar coisas. Eu disse espera! Oh, não estava a ver opções.
The Nora cry tears of...
Oh! Tô muito longe. Estava a ver que isto não me dava vida.
This is all you are? If you offered your blood, I'd finish to the soil.
Ai,
Here I am again, on my
ainda bem que
knees
vi aquelas
before
expressões.
bootlicks and cowards. Go ahead, run me through.
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the 10. You who challenged her. By our rights, you must decide her fate.
Eu matava.
I spared her once. It only made things
Welcome back.
worse.
Eu vou ter que
She
escolher.
was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die,
A tua vida acaba aqui, isto não é fácil, há mais uma batalha a seguir. Se ela me ajudasse, será que ela me ajuda? Porque para mim a vida dela acabava aqui, não é? Porque, não é? Mas há mais uma batalha a seguir, se ela viesse comigo.
I'm not here to forgive you for your crimes. But there's another battle ahead. Against an enemy more powerful than anything you can imagine. And I need people. A squad. That's willing to do whatever it takes.
I don't want your mercy.
It's not mercy. The battle I'm talking about will be charging into a nightmare.
A better death than this? Yes. My blood is yours. Your enemies are mine.
Meet us at our stronghold, in the mountains near Plainsong.
You mean to send her alone? Without even an armed guard?
She does not need it.
I will be there. You have my word.
I'll hold you to it.
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room.
Olá.
He surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the Outlander who defeated Regala.
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
Why do you?
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regala's soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regala gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. Armor for the battle ahead. May it keep you safe.
Oh, obrigada. Tirar este chapéu feio.
Thank you.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Sérgio, obrigada pelo follow, my friend. Estás bom.
Seemed to be for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need it to knock the army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Eloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late.
Okay.
Tilda, you there? I did it. Silence is on board, so head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Now that I can fly, I might want to see what else I can do before I head back.
Ok, amigos, vamos ficar por aqui.